The build show today, we're in Arizona. Now we visited some new construction jobs in some previous episodes, but today we're going to a build show fan's house that's under remodel construction, and we are right here. Let me show you this location. We are at Camelback Mountain. This is an incredibly beautiful terrain here. I had no idea how pretty the desert was. But in this video, we're going to be visiting Michael and Amy's house. Now, Michael's been watching the build show apparently for 7 years. I just met him through my kind of network of contacts and said, hey, I'm interested in seeing some well-built, high-performance houses while I'm here in the Phoenix area, and got connected with Michael. And from what it sounds like, he's got a really cool remodel. All right, so here's the story. Michael and Amy is doing this beautiful whole house remodel of a 1950s house. They're gonna be meeting me here, but they're doing things really right. And Michael is an engineer that has done a ton of research and has been watching the build show for a while, so I'm looking forward to meeting these guys. Now we can tell already that we've got some remodel going on. He's got some windows being replaced. There they are right here. Michael, Amy.
Matt, great to meet you.
So good to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you, Matt.
How's it going?
Great.
Man, 1950s house. This is pretty.
New life.
So this is original stucco, it looks like, with window replacements.
That's right.
And I understand we've got a down to the studs remodel on the inside though, right?
You're exactly right.
Let's get out of the generator noise here since it's a little bit loud on the outside, and we'll start the video on the inside, y'all. All right, so front door is right here.
That's right.
Garage is back this way. Check out this awesome metal screen right here. I also think it's interesting, Michael, that in Austin that would be rusty, and I can tell that's been up for a while, and it's still pretty bare metal, isn't it?
It is. We will eventually blacken this, and in that time, though, it is cool that it hasn't really rusted at all.
It really hasn't. That's cool. All right, well, now what do you got going on inside? Let's show these guys.
You name it, what's going on.
Oh my gosh, look at these floors,
This is
Michael.
big time for us. This is the first time we've had to remove our shoes when we came in, and that's because our floors are nearing completion.
Oh my gosh, this terrazzo is amazing.
So it's an Ardex white micro topping that does give that terrazzo look. The aggregate is quartz in there, and
Let's see if we can.
you know, when doing a remodel, you've got surprises all around, and the floors were not in the best condition. So this solved our problem with fixing the foundation and getting an awesome modern look.
So this is actually a topping slab, maybe what, a 1/4 inch, 3/8 thick, something like that?
3/8.
Man, it's beautiful. And then they're obviously grinding it, right? You've got a grinder or polisher right here.
That's right. So we finally
Oh my
finished multiple trips around the house with the grinder. Next stop is 3 coats of sealant.
Look how pretty that is. You can see the shine out here, and we don't even have any sealer on yet, right?
Yeah, super excited about how it's going to really brighten the house up when we're done.
Oh man, big time. It's gorgeous. All right, so massive space here. I'm assuming this was created, right? I'm seeing some steel that's probably not from the 1950s. That's new, isn't it?
That is very new. You know, we had a lot of existing conditions to deal with when we took what was a pretty chopped up space and had to open it up, and in order to keep the roof up there, it took a good amount of steel.
Yeah, I could see that. Wow. Now, why steel instead of wood for like these beams? I'm assuming this is going to get expressed though, so we'll see that steel, right?
It's funny that you bring that up. That was an area that we had our structural engineer do some value engineering on, and he said, hey, look, this is the best way to go. When it came time to get these up in the air and we found out it was going to take a crane, we started to question that. It sounds scary. Crane equals money.
Yeah.
So we went through the process of figuring out what it would take to do it with THIs. That was going to be pretty cost prohibitive, something on the order of over $10,000.
Wow.
So, you know, kids at home, trust your engineers. And in the end, we ended up getting that beam dropped in. It took a crane about less than half an hour, and you know, a couple $100 and it was in. Man,
that's incredible. And look at the spans too. I mean, you've got what, a 18, 20-foot opening for that door out there? 24 foot,
That's
wow.
Right.
And it's pocketed on both sides over there.
Yeah, pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome. All right, now let's talk windows, Michael. You've got some really pretty openings here with a fairly modern-looking window. You almost wonder if it's aluminum or steel.
So these are actually fiberglass.
These are fiberglass windows.
Yeah, so we worked with a company in Canada, Accurate Doorwin. They make an amazing product. We loved the slim lines.
Wow.
In Phoenix, we've got a lot of expansion contraction, and I love the idea that the frame would expand and contract at roughly the same rate as my glass.
And look at those numbers, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's serious business. 0.14. Is that a double glaze? No, that's a triple glaze, isn't it?
This is triple. We did triple everywhere we could.
Wow, that's really cool. Now it's a clip install though, so it's a little bit different to install than a standard flanged window, right?
It was. Luckily, the installer had no issues with that, and they went in pretty easy. The hardest part was offloading them from the 53-foot truck that they arrived in.
Oh man, I bet. That's wild. So you actually bought these from a Canadian company.
That's right.
And shipped them down yourself.
Yeah, one of the attractions was that they were able to custom make our doors and get the modern look that we were going for.
Oh, that's cool, Michael. Impressive. All right, now I'm seeing a bunch of ductwork above us, and you'll notice, or I'm noticing, that all of your ductwork's below your spray foam line.
That was important. Yeah, keep everything inside the envelope.
Yeah, you've been watching the build show. I love to see that. Never let a duct go out of the conditioned space. Ooh, what's that big box I'm seeing there? That looks like a Brown ERV with a bunch of ducts coming to it.
Nice ID there.
Very cool. So you're bringing fresh air in because the house is probably pretty airtight.
It's really tight.
Did you do any blower door testing, or how tight is the house?
So we were able to get it down well under 2. I think we're at about 1.6 HVAC.
2? Wow.
And that was made possible with aero barrier.
So you didn't just rely on the spray foam in here, you've got aero barrier as well.
That's right.
So with aero barrier, usually they're pre-testing with the blower door, and then they're aero barriering and they're giving you a final number. So what was the pre-test number, do you remember?
Pre-test, we did our bets, and one of the guys actually hit it right on at 5.7. I was worried it would be higher. I was happy it was under 6.
Yeah, 6 ACH 50. So code in your area probably is 5.
Yes, it is.
So with the spray foam, you're not even meeting code technically, although not all places are enforcing that.
Right.
And my guess is there's probably not a lot of local enforcement on that blower door code. But to bring it from almost 6 to below 2, that's crazy. That's great.
Yeah, we were happy with the results.
Which means, too, that you need some fresh air in the house, right? Because
Exactly.
we've got a really tight envelope.
Very much so.
Your windows and doors are sealed well. Your whole envelope is spray foamed. Now, the spray foam envelope, though, is this just open cell? Is this closed cell? What are we seeing here?
So what you're seeing here is the open cell, but behind it, we've got 1 inch of closed cell that went on first.
Ah, interesting. Okay. So it's a hybrid, really. You've got 1 inch of closed then. And what was the reason to do the 1 inch of closed cell first?
So, I mean, of course, the additional R value, but we like the racking strength that provided us as well.
Yeah, that's smart.
Keep everything more rigid.
Yeah, that
Stucco
makes
guys
sense.
like it. Everybody likes it.
Yeah, it's going to add some shear strength when the wind blows on the house on the outside. Now, tell me about the roof insulation and the roofing that you've got going on here. So we're seeing some open cell here. How thick is that open cell foam you've got on the roof line?
So we're minimum 9 inches. But you can see that we pretty much filled it and shaved it where we could.
Yep.
And then there's additional R value from the foam roof that's above that, above the roof deck.
So my last video, I showed a builder doing new construction with that foam roof system. I'd never seen that before. You guys do that here as well?
Yeah, that's pretty common in Arizona.
And that's probably a minimum 1 inch of closed cell, but maybe thicker in some areas for slope and that sort of thing?
That's exactly right. So
Now, I saw that you've got a sloped roof over here, though, too, right? So you've got a mixture of both flat and sloped roofs. What's happening with this pitched roof up here?
So we're going to do a metal roof up there. You know, we certainly like the aesthetics of it to match the house. And then the other cool advantage is that the fins of the roof provide the ideal mount point for future solar panels.
Oh, yeah, and your PV. And what about your orientation?
Oh, I mean, that was ideal. We loved that about this house, is that the roof slope pretty much, I haven't checked it mathematically, but it's pretty darn close to the ideal tilt for this location.
So you could probably go net zero in this house with what?
Maybe.
10 kW or so.
Maybe.
That's
yeah,
pretty killer.
love to.
Now, speaking of that, how efficient is your HVAC? What would you end up doing for HVAC equipment on this house?
So we went with the variable speed units from Train.
Okay.
I believe it's the XL25XV. The model number escapes me right now.
Yeah, but it's their variable refrigerant flow.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so one of the things,
That's good equipment.
You know, we want to be able to dehumidify when that time does come.
Yep.
We've got monsoon season in Arizona.
Yeah.
Our humidity spikes, and you want to make sure you can deal with that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now, you guys are pretty low on rain in this climate, though. I mean, my understanding is we're talking about like 6 inches of rain a year in this area. Is that pretty close?
That is pretty close.
Wow,
yeah,
that's crazy.
It allows us to make some interesting choices in a build. Is that water? It's something we have to care about, but the way we treat it is maybe slightly different than other areas.
Yeah, and for instance, like on this house built in the 50s, I saw your stucco goes all the way down to the dirt. Not ideal for new construction, but if you're retrofitting, how much damage did you see on this house after, what, 70 years of a bad mistake from the original build?
Yeah, very little water, a tiny amount of termite. It was kind of cool that we got to open everything up and look inside, and we were pleasantly surprised that there was very minimal, if any, damage.
Yeah, that's cool. So that tells me that you can get away with quite a bit in this desert climate. That if you're building in the Pacific Northwest or even Austin, and I'm getting 35, some years over 40 inches of rain in Austin, so we're not going to be able to get away with those details like you can in the desert where you guys are.
That's right.
That's pretty cool. All right, now one thing I want to mention that I saw that I'd never have seen before is a pocket door with steel framing. What is this, Michael?
So this is one of the beefiest pocket door frames that I've ever seen. When we went in, we were very pleasantly surprised. So our builder, Jason, he has known this guy that makes these forever, and we're thrilled with the product.
How cool is that? So we've got an LVL header here, it looks like. That's probably part of the process because he's got a track fit in there. This looks like some nice, I don't know, German hardware maybe. It feels like he's got a nice roller system in there. I'm betting this is soft close too, based on what I'm seeing there.
It is.
There's some tube steel that's connecting up. This is pretty cool. Now, I think I heard that Jason has a connection to these guys, and you can actually order this on the internet. So I'll put a link to the builder who couldn't be with us, Jason with Identity Construction, in the description. We'll also put a link to this pocket door maker because I've never seen anything like this and I really like it. For sure. Looks to me like that could be flat packed and shipped anywhere in the U.S.
That's right.
That's pretty cool. Let's go, if we can, let's go check out your master on the other side of the house. My guess is this is all kids' beds down here, right?
This is.
So let's walk down this way. Now that the grinder is on hold for a second too, we'll take advantage of the less noise. Man, this exterior is incredible. Look at that door, pool beyond. Oh, this is gonna be gorgeous, y'all. Beautiful. I'd say so. All right, now this space is beautiful. What are we looking at here, y'all?
So what you're looking at is what used to be a formal living room, and we've transformed it into a generously sized master.
Oh man, this is gorgeous. Now you got an old fireplace here. It looks like you retrofitted with a more efficient insert that's going to be nice and airtight too.
Yeah.
And we're grinding here. You can see the grinder's got their pads on the bottom, so we're making this floor nice and shiny. Now what's this big hole in the floor that I'm seeing here?
So that's actually an in-floor return. We were happy to be able to make use of that. So what that is an underground duct that's going to go all the way back to our HVAC closet.
Okay. How cool is that? So it also has one here. My guess is this is going to be integrated into some cabinetry maybe?
That's exactly right. So since this is our closet, we'll have a little grill in the foot kick of the closet millwork there.
Killer. That's awesome. What a beautiful master, y'all. What are the other rooms going on here? This looks like maybe pantry space right here, off the kitchen. So kitchen island, probably all of your appliances here. Is that what's going on here?
You got it. Now you may not know that that's there once the house is done because it's going to be hidden.
Ah, I do like my hidden doors.
That's right. So you can sneak back in there, toss the dirty dishes.
I may or may not have made 1 or 30 videos on hidden doors before.
You may or may not have inspired some of the hidden door
That's
ideas
awesome, man.
here.
Have you seen some of those, Michael?
You're right.
Oh, that's pretty cool. God, the steel's amazing in here. That's pretty impressive. All right, let's go walk down this way because these bedrooms, or whatever these rooms are, I'm betting have a pretty killer view of the mountain behind you. Wow, check that out. Look at his master shower. That's cool. Now, was this always lowered like this, or did you guys lower it?
Yeah, this was not a shower location in the original house, and so this was an area that we demoed out.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so we were able to do the flush entry here.
Yeah, drop that slab there. Check this out too. He's put steel risers on before the floor guys did their Ardex topping slab to get that kind of terrazzo look. So when those get all done, that's going to be really cool, having that blackened front. This looks like a mudroom, laundry room maybe?
That's right.
Yeah, this looks cool. All PEX on your water piping?
You got it.
Is that pretty standard for this area? Or
that's everywhere.
And what are you guys doing for water heating, Michael?
We're actually doing a sort of like a hybrid gas system. So it's essentially like a tankless with a tank.
Oh, interesting. I've seen that. Is that the one made by HTP?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, look at this room, y'all. So we've got a beautiful slider here with an outdoor space. Another fixed window here, but this is the money view right here. Let's see if I can get the camera to show what is beyond. Look at that mountain right there. My goodness. What are you guys using in this space?
So this is going to be my art studio. So this will be my creative space, which when I toured the house initially, I just completely fell in love with it and felt super connected to it. So I think it's gonna offer me a great space to be creative.
Oh, this is beautiful, Amy. And with your white kind of shiny floors and they're all done, and then once the sheetrock comes in here, and with these windows, boy, what a light-filled, beautiful space. Interesting to note, your builder has done some last-minute drywall straightening, and he's using some cardboard strips. This looks like ram board. That's a trick that we use as well. That's good to see. So he was running his level across and realized these studs needed to be straightened a little bit. And you can see some places he's gotten a little thicker with that. But now when the drywall guys come and hang drywall, you're gonna be all set. I like your linear grills too. Those are gonna look cool. Did you do the HVAC design with an outside company, or did you guys?
We did. So we engaged an engineer to do all the calcs,
Okay.
and then we worked with a local, the HVAC trade, and that worked out pretty well to be able to keep everything in line with the calcs and what we need for our energy goals.
Smart. And you've got an ERV. You've got really efficient equipment. You've got a great envelope. It's airtight. This is an impressive remodel, y'all. I really am impressed with what you guys have done here.
Thanks, man.
What have I missed? What have we not talked about so far?
Oh boy, certainly the outside. A lot of that's not even defined yet.
Yeah.
But the pool's going in, so we're trying to make some energy-wise choices there.
Smart.
Pool cover, variable speed pumps.
Yeah.
But beyond that, just excited to get this project completed and move in.
Michael and Amy, I really appreciate you guys showing this off to me. What an incredible project. I mean, you guys have done everything right. This is a project I would have done nothing differently on. This
Wow.
is exactly what I would have done here.
Well, that means a lot to us.
Man, I appreciate you watching my show too.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned earlier you've been watching it for several years.
Several years.
That's pretty cool, man.
All the way back to when we were both a little younger.
Well, so was I, so that was perfect. All right, y'all, we're going to put a link in the description to their builder. What a cool project. Jason has done a great job here, and their builder actually is an architect builder. So this is a design build for them, but of course with a great client who's been doing some great research and a great builder architect. What a team. Guys, if you're not already a Build Show subscriber, hit that subscribe button below. We've got new content every Tuesday and every Friday, but this is our last video from Scottsdale, Arizona. I've sure enjoyed my trip here. I'd never would have realized why people liked living in the desert, and after being here for a day or two, I can see it is absolutely gorgeous here. And really fun to see what's going on with the architecture and the building community here. It's a thriving, vibrant town here in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area. Anyways, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Otherwise, we'll see you next time on The Build Show.